Krakatoa. The explosion heard around the world. At 10:02 in the morning, an island exploded. The sound traveled thousands of kilometers. The pressure wave raced around the planet. And then, the sea came for the coast. This was Krakatoa. August 27, 1883. Krakatoa sat in the Sunda Strait, between the Indonesian islands of Java and Sumatra, then part of the Dutch East Indies. For months, the volcano had been warning everyone. Smoke rose from its craters. Explosions shook the island. Ash fell across nearby communities. Then, on August 26th, the eruption became catastrophic. Massive explosions continued through the night. Ships sailing nearby were showered with ash. The sky turned dark. And the following morning, Krakatoa unleashed a series of enormous explosions. The final major blast was so powerful that it was heard thousands of kilometers away. But the explosion was only part of the disaster. Much of Krakatoa collapsed into the sea, and enormous tsunamis raced toward the surrounding coastlines. There was almost nowhere to run. Waves devastated towns and villages along Java and Sumatra. Ships were thrown inland. Entire communities disappeared beneath the water. More than 36,000 people were killed, most by the tsunamis. But Krakatoa's effects didn't stop in Indonesia. The eruption blasted enormous quantities of material high into the atmosphere. In the months that followed, observers around the world reported extraordinary sunsets, deep reds and oranges stretching across the sky. Atmospheric pressure waves from the explosion were detected traveling around the Earth multiple times. And where much of Krakatoa had once stood, there was now open sea. But the volcano wasn't finished. Decades later, eruptions beneath the water began building a new volcanic island. It was called Anak Krakatau, Child of Krakatoa, and it remains active today. In 1883, people thousands of kilometers away heard something they could not see. People on distant coastlines watched their skies change color. But for those living beside the Sunda Strait, Krakatoa wasn't a distant scientific wonder. It was the morning the mountain exploded, and the ocean came after it.